Did you know that a child's vocabulary in kindergarten is one of the strongest predictors of their success in high school and beyond? But as parents, we often fall into the trap of using simple language with our kids. What if I told you that by simply swapping a few everyday words for high-value alternatives, you can fundamentally change how your child thinks and communicates? Today, we're going over 40 advanced words rich parents use to expand their child's world. We'll give you the definition to share with them and a natural way to say it in your own home starting today. Let's dive in. Category 1, Behavior and Character. Resilient. Being able to bounce back or try again after something hard happens. When your child is facing a setback or feeling defeated, use this word to change their perspective on failure. I know you're disappointed you lost the game, but being resilient means we learn from this and we try again next week. Accountable. Taking responsibility for your own actions and choices. Instead of just telling them what their chores are, teach them the value of ownership. You are accountable for feeding the dog every morning before school. Compassion. Showing kindness and caring when someone else is hurt or sad. When you see your child as being kind to others, use this word to label that positive behavior. It showed a lot of compassion when you sat down with the new student at lunch today. Integrity. Doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Use this word to explain why honesty matters even when there are no witnesses. Returning that lost toy to the teacher showed a lot of integrity. Diligent. Working very hard and carefully on a task. When they are working hard on a project, use this to praise their effort rather than their intelligence. You were so diligent with your math homework. You didn't miss a single step. Patience. Being able to wait calmly without getting upset. We all know how hard it is for kids to wait. Use this word to turn a frustrating moment into a character-building one. Thank you for practicing patience while I finish this important phone call. Courteous. Being very polite and showing manners. Use this when you want to encourage high-level manners in public. It's courteous to say excuse me when you bump into someone. Tenacious. Not giving up even when something is very difficult. When your child is struggling with a difficult task but refuses to quit, celebrate their grit with this word. I love how tenacious you are about finishing this difficult puzzle. Empathetic. Understanding and feeling how someone else is feeling. To help your child develop emotional intelligence, use this word when they notice someone else's feelings. When you notice your friend was sad, you were being very empathetic. Humble. Not bragging about yourself even when you do something great. After a big win or success, teach them how to handle pride with grace. You were very humble when you won the award. You didn't boast at all. Category 2, Communication and Thinking. Elaborate. To add more details and explain something more clearly. If your child gives you one-word answers about their day, use this to encourage them to tell the full story. That sounds like an amazing dream. Can you elaborate on what the castle looked like? Articulate. To say your words clearly so people understand your ideas. When they express a difficult idea or feeling, use this to boost their confidence in speaking. You did a great job articulating why you think we should have tacos for dinner. Contemplate. To think very deeply or carefully about something. When your child has a big decision to make, or even a small one. Encourage them to take their time. Take a few minutes to contemplate which activity you like to do this afternoon. Inquisitive, being curious and wanting to learn or ask questions. Instead of getting tired of the why questions, reframe their curiosity as a strength. I love your inquisitive mind. You always ask the most interesting questions. Persuade, to try to get someone to agree with your idea or opinion. When your child is trying to talk you into something, teach them the adult word for what they are doing. Are you trying to persuade me to let you stay up 30 minutes later tonight? Comprehend, to fully understand what something means. Use this when you want to make sure they truly understand a rule or a concept. Do you comprehend why it's important to wear a helmet when you ride your bike? Exaggerate, to make something sound bigger or more dramatic than it really is. When they are telling a tall tale, use this to gently point out the difference between facts and stories. Are you sure that bug was as big as a dinner plate? Or are you exaggerating? Concise, using just a few words to say exactly what you mean. If they are rambling and you are in a hurry, teach them the value of getting straight to the point. Try to be concise when you tell me the story so we aren't late for practice. Collaborate, to work together with someone to reach a goal. Use this word to make teamwork feel like a professional partnership. Let's collaborate on cleaning the playroom so it gets done twice as fast. Ponder, to spend time thinking about a what if or a big idea. This is a great word for those quiet moments of imagination or deep questions. Let's ponder what life would be like if humans could actually fly. Category 3, Observation and Environment. Luminous, something that is very bright or glowing. Instead of just saying bright, use this more elegant word when looking at nature. The moon looks so luminous tonight, reflecting off the snow. Boisterous, being noisy, energetic, and full of high spirits. When the energy in the house is getting a little too high, use this instead of loud or crazy. I know you're excited, but let's be a little less boisterous inside the house, please. Peculiar, something that is strange, unusual, or out of the ordinary. When you see something strange or interesting, use this word to pique their curiosity. That's a very peculiar looking cloud. It almost looks like a dragon. Abundant, having a large amount of something, more than enough. Use this to describe when you have plenty of something, teaching them to notice wealth and resources. We have an abundant amount of apples, so let's bake a pie. Cluttered, messy and filled with too many things in one space. When it's time to clean up, this word sounds less like a complaint and more like a description of the space. Your desk is getting a bit cluttered. Let's organize your papers. Fragile, something that is easily broken and needs gentle care. Use this to explain why certain things need extra care. Please be careful with that ornament. It is very fragile. Vibrant, full of energy and bright, beautiful colors. This is a perfect word for describing art, nature, or even a person's energy. The flowers in the garden look so vibrant after the rain shower. Meticulous, being extremely careful and paying attention to every small detail. When your child is paying attention to every tiny detail, use this to acknowledge their focus. You were very meticulous when you colored inside the lines of that picture. Diminish, to make something become smaller or less important. Use this to encourage them not to let a small failure ruin a big success. Don't let one small failure diminish all the hard work you put in. Navigate to find your way through a place or difficult situation. Use this word to make finding a way through a place feel like an adventure. Do you think you can navigate us back to the car using this map? Category 4, Situations and Logic. Precaution, something you do beforehand to stay safe or prevent trouble. Instead of just telling them to be safe, explain the why behind the safety rule. We wear sunscreen as a precaution so our skin doesn't get burned. Consequence, what happens as a result of a choice you made. Reframe trouble as a logical result of a choice. The consequence of forgetting your umbrella is that your hair got wet. Alternative, another choice or a different way of doing things. When things don't go as planned, use this to encourage flexible thinking. If we can't go to the park, what is an alternative activity you like to do? Prioritize, to decide which thing is most important to do first. Teach your child how to manage their time by deciding what matters most. Let's prioritize your homework, then you can watch your show. Consistent, doing the same thing over and over in a reliable way. When you want to reward them for keeping up a good habit, use this word. You have been very consistent with brushing your teeth every single night. Significant, something that is very important or makes a big difference. Use this to mark a big moment or a special achievement. Learning to read is a significant milestone in your life. Procrastinate, to keep putting off things that you need to get done. We all do it. Use this word to identify the habit of putting things off. If you procrastinate on cleaning your room, you won't have time to play later. Efficient, doing something in a way that saves time and energy. Teach them that working smarter is better than working harder. It's more efficient to put your shoes by the door tonight so we can leave quickly tomorrow. Beneficial, something that is helpful or good for you. When you want them to do something they might not want to do, explain why it's good for them. Eating your vegetables is beneficial because it helps your body grow strong. Exertion, using a lot of physical or mental effort. Use this to describe the physical or mental effort they put into a big task. Climbing that big hill took a lot of exertion, didn't it? Expanding your child's vocabulary isn't about boring flashcards or long study sessions. It's about the small, intentional conversations you have every single day. By using these 40 words, you aren't just teaching them language, you're giving them the tools to navigate the world with confidence. If you found these words helpful, hit the like button and subscribe. We're dedicated to helping you give your child an academic edge. Comment below which of these words are you going to sprinkle into your conversation today. Thanks for watching.